Good morning people and welcome back to the channel. So this is my first ever day exploring Vietnam and I'm in the city called Hanoi, which is the capital city of Vietnam. So right now I am in the city center of Hanoi and this area is called Old Quarter. So today we are just going to explore Vietnam and get the first impressions of Vietnam. So let's go. And also I am here with my buddy Christopher.
Hello.
And we are going to explore Vietnam together, so let's go.
Also, in today's episode, I will tell you about the places you must visit in Hanoi, the must-try food in Hanoi, how much does it cost to rent a bike here, and the cheapest ATMs for withdrawing money. So stay tuned and subscribe to Limitless Nomad.
So this place feels a lot like India just because the cars here are literally the same as what we see in India.
And the scooties.
And also the scooties. Yeah, so you won't find it very different, but of course you can't understand what the names are. They are all in Vietnamese. But overall, yeah, you will get a little bit of Indian vibe. The infrastructure and the cleanliness is a little bit better than India though. Okay, so a quick tip on how to say yes and no in Vietnamese. Say yes for yes and no for no, and they will understand it. Okay, so we are on our way to the first tourist spot and I think it's called Hoi An Bridge. So this lake here is called Hoi An Bridge and there is a beautiful bridge up there. That is where we are going. So that's the Hoi An Bridge, which is one of the tourist attractions in Hanoi. So that's where you buy the ticket to enter the bridge and it's going to cost you 30,000 Vietnamese dong, which is around 92 or 100 Indian rupees. Okay, so that's the bridge and this is the lake. Okay, so if you are wondering if it's worth the entry cost, yes, it is definitely worth it. I think the fog makes it more beautiful. So yeah, this temple is a very calm and peaceful place, very beautiful. There's a lake in front of the temple and it's absolutely beautiful. Take a look at this. Yeah, so definitely when you're exploring the city center of Hanoi, definitely come to this place. This is a little bit of history about Vietnam and why the war happened between Vietnam and America.
So yes, this was a French colony from like the middle 1800s. And then Ho Chi Minh wanted, they all wanted independence. So Ho Chi Minh went to France and also to Yalta, I believe, to try and persuade first Woodrow Wilson, the American president, and then Harry Truman to help Vietnam gain their independence. But since we were allies with France and the rise of communism was going on, we were combating communism as Americans around the world.
Okay.
And then we were allies with French and we were helping them protect their colony, which wasn't very good for Americans to do,
Wow.
So then, actually, the Vietnamese people...
So you came to help the French and you fought a bigger war than French did?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And then, but Ho Chi Minh was asking our help against the French, but we didn't help him, so who did he turn to? Russia and China and the communists.
Okay.
And they became more communist, but they were just looking for freedom and independence from being a colony.
But you were fighting communism here, right?
I wasn't.
No, I mean the Americans.
America was, yes. The American army was.
Okay, so we are finally done exploring the temple and now it's time for some coffee or something else. So let's go and stay tuned for more. Okay, so we have finally reached our second destination of the day and this is this beautiful church. It's a French church. I'll put the name of the church somewhere on the screen. So to get around in Hanoi, you can use these rickshaws, or you can order a Grab, which is just like a bike taxi or a bike Uber. You can order this by using an app which is called Grab, Grab. Okay, so there's one more important thing which you have to do when you are in Vietnam. So if you guys know, Vietnam is very famous for its coffee, and yes, it's definitely better than Italian coffee, and yeah, it's called Vietnamese coffee. If I have to review this coffee, this is one of the best coffees I have ever had. So whenever you come to Vietnam, make sure that you try the Vietnamese coffee. Okay guys, so right now I am in Hanoi, and right now I'm going to tell you how and which ATM to use to remove cash from ATMs. So the cheapest ATM you can find in Hanoi or any other city in Vietnam is the Agri Bank, and it is the cheapest ATM, and it will charge you around 22,000 Vietnamese dong. And I also just rented a bike which costed me 3,000 rupees per month, which is around 1 million Vietnamese dong. It is very cheap to rent a bike here, so I would definitely recommend you to rent a bike. And the daily rent to rent a bike is around 100,000 Vietnamese dong, which is around 300 to 350 rupees. Okay, so I just reached the cafe and I'm gonna have some breakfast here. I was thinking about having some banh mi, which is my usual breakfast because it tastes really good. So if you are wondering what to have when you are in Vietnam, the banh mi is always a good choice. But the problem is that it doesn't come in vegetarian. So if you are vegetarian, you are going to have a little bit of problem because most of the Vietnamese food is non-vegetarian. So this is what you call a banh mi. Okay, so the next place we are going is called the Opera House of Hanoi, and one thing about Hanoi you should know is there are two locations which you have to explore. One is Old Quarter and one is French Quarter. So right now we are going to the French Quarter, which was a colony of the French. Okay guys, so welcome to the Opera House of Hanoi. So the building right behind me is the main building of the Opera House, and it's absolutely beautiful. This building is, I think this building was made by the French, and yeah, it is one of the only buildings which are still left here by the French. So yes, it's an absolutely beautiful building. You can buy your tickets here. There's also a flag of Vietnam on top of the building, which looks very nice. So yeah, make sure you visit the Opera House when you visit Hanoi. It's very nice, it's absolutely beautiful and definitely worth your time. Okay, and it's not just a building, you can also go inside and watch the opera during the night. So it's not an opera performance.
Sorry?
It's not an opera performance, right?
No,
Like the
it's
music?
a circus.
It's a circus.
Yeah.
700,000 for one seat?
No, actually this depends on your zone. So two inside will be 700,000. The center will be 1,150,000. Two in here, and this purple will be 1,600,000.
So yes, if you are ever interested in watching an opera performance, then you can watch it at the Opera House of Hanoi. The cost to watch an opera is around 3,000 rupees to 5,000 rupees depending on your seat. So yeah, it's kind of cheap, not very expensive. It's definitely worth it if you have never seen an opera. I think I am going to see it, but tonight they only have a circus, not an opera performance. So not tonight, but maybe next week I'm definitely going to go watch an opera. And this building here, the Opera House, looks very beautiful during the night as well. So if you want to come here during the night, you can do that. Okay, so there's one more place that you have to visit in Hanoi, and it's called the street train of Hanoi. So yes, you are not really allowed to go inside and walk on these streets, but if you go and enter one of these cafes, then you are allowed to do that. Yeah, it's a weird law.
In the next episode, I will finally move into a hostel and I will show you how I meet new people and make new friends. And we are also going to explore Hanoi and try some Vietnamese food. Also guys, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And if you enjoyed this video, do hit the like button and comment below.